So yesterday I told about the projects that we are going to cover. The projects are like, so in the classroom we are going to do two projects. Like one project I will teach you, that is
Mm-hmm.
insurance project. Second project will be car rental application. And after the training is completed, once you give interviews based on your
Mm-hmm.
eligibility, we'll give you third project, that is loan application, and fourth project is hardware sizing. Okay, these are the four projects which you can do.
All right. And someone is from the operations and wants to transition into the IT industry after completing this course. And again, I'm sure that, hard work will definitely play a pivotal role. That I know that it's not going to be an easy journey, but yes, if someone is working from past 18 years and now wants to get a job in specified industry like PEGA industry. So is it like a easy thing to achieve, or
See,
will there
it
be any
is
struggle?
easy. Actually, Pega is very easy when we
Mhm.
focus on and learn it.
Okay.
Only thing is, we need to understand the connectivity of the rules.
Okay.
So many people who are already working on Pega in the real-time projects, let's say since past 5 years, as a fresher, they joined Pega project
Mm-hmm.
and got training internally. Okay, and they are today, if they gain 5 years of experience, still they don't know so many things in Pega. That's
Okay.
because they do not get chance to work on every rule in Pega, and the connectivity they are not going to get it. So for you guys, whoever is going to learn here, there
Mm-hmm.
won't be any such problem. One can
Okay.
learn Pega in a proper connected manner. So it will be equivalent to 5 to 6 years. If one is going to regularly attend the sessions, daily practice, then
Mm-hmm.
definitely they will be able to crack any interview. It will be an easy journey. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll
Uh,
be sending a final reminder. Just wait. Okay. Meeting is open.
and Harsha, just one last question that I
Yes,
have
please.
related to the same. Like having any prior experience in operations or any other field, is it like going to be an advantage or a plus after learning PEGA?
See, Pega is something different. Even if you are a Java developer working on Java since past 15 years, Pega is a bit different by terminology, by tool, the way how you develop applications.
Okay.
Definitely working on in real time will be an advantage process wise, you know, so many things, how to
Mm-hmm.
communicate with business, all those things. Apart from that, technically you will be starting from zero, even if you are a good Java developer or Python developer. Okay.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And here you go now. Last class we were discussing about it. Kuchon ikkada, it side. Akkada, So last class we were discussing about some what is what is Pega, okay, and its purpose in the real world. After that, I was telling you about what I was telling you about what are we going to learn here in this training program, how many days the training program, what version of Pega, and what are the additional things like Gen AI Constellation that you'll be getting apart from the regular Pega training for free of cost. And I told you about like what we will be providing, what are the job opportunities, what should be our education background, technical background. Okay, what is the technical prerequisite to learn Pega? All these things I have just told you, and what we provide from the institute also I have told you. And one thing here that you need to understand is uh, like anyone who wants to learn Pega, okay, and become an expert in Pega, if you really spend time of attending 1 hour session every day and spend 1 to 1 hour of time. Initial days, you don't need to spend 1.5 hours. Initial days, maybe you have to spend only half an hour to 45 minutes for practicing and learning the things after the session. But going forward, it can be 1 to 1.5 hour maximum. If you are properly spending this time and weekly once on Saturdays, taking 2 hours of time or 1.5 hour, if you revise at a high level what is being done so far in the week, and if you are regularly giving mock interviews, self analysis of improvement to show improvement in mock interviews, you will become an expert equivalent to 5 to 6 years in Pega. That is for sure, there is no doubt about it. Okay, but only thing is, in a systematic way you have to do it, and be consistent while attending the classes and while practicing and giving interviews. And some students who are really not interested to give interviews because of their circumstances, if they don't need such thing, then they can inform us and they can avoid. That's not a mandatory thing. Okay. And if you are a kind of having a manager level of experience, you are learning to manage the team, or if you're a kind of learning to work in an internal project, really don't want to test yourself in the interview point of view. If that is a kind of need for you not to give interviews, so there is no problem. If you think, yeah, then you can avoid, not a big deal. Okay. So let's go ahead and start now. Last class, we were discussing about the things that I have mentioned, and here I will go through the PPT to give you idea and understanding about the architecture of PEGA and the architecture of BPM. First, we will go with BPM and then PEGA. So PEGA is a BPM tool. Why it is called as BPM tool? Okay, what is the reason behind it? All that points you are going to gain now. So let me go take you through this documentation here in the PPT. So these first 6 to 7 slides are already been covered yesterday. So PEGA, what is the use of PEGA? PEGA is used for application development, and where in the application development you have three layers: user interface, business logic, and database layers. As I told you, we don't need to implement any coding related to HTML scripting or CSS or JavaScript, and we don't have to write any business logic programming. We don't have to write any queries. So overall, PEGA is a no coding software development tool. And here, if you are going to develop applications using Java or Python, applications like Flipkart, suppose if it is taking 1 year of time to develop everything from the scratch using the technologies and programming languages and scripting languages, using PEGA, it will take very less time of, we can just say like 3 months, not exactly, but it is going to be 1/3 or 1/4 of the time that you spend on the project's development using core technologies, because PEGA has so many predefined components ready-made available. So I will tell you about that predefined component thing later. So PEGA development is easier and faster compared to your other applications development, application development using other technologies. Now PEGA is said to be a BPM tool in the market. So what are we going to learn today is, so what is BPM? What is BPM? Its architecture. It's a architecture as a tool, as a tool. And next one, second one, what is PEGA and its PEGA? What is PEGA? You know its purpose and all. This is already covered. Its architecture. Its architecture. Why PEGA is called as BPM tool? Why PEGA is called as BPM tool? This point will be covered. And I think that's it. That is pretty much fair enough to note for today. And here you go now. What is BPM? The abbreviation of BPM is Business Process Management. Business Process Management. See, as I told you already yesterday, PEGA is a software development tool. Using PEGA tool, you can develop applications. So you log into PEGA tool and you can develop the applications using the features provided in PEGA tool. In the same manner, for some time you understand BPM as a tool. Okay, BPM is also one tool. Just imagine like that. So let's go ahead now. And BPM's abbreviation is Business Process Management. BPM as an application development platform. As I told you, just imagine for some time. BPM is a tool like what you are seeing PEGA tool. Understand? Just generalized one. BPM is a application development tool which helps in design and development of business process management applications. Business process management applications. What is meant by business process management applications and what does it contain? See, generally you have so many applications, like you have retail applications like Amazon, Flipkart, all this, and IRCTC, and some travel ticket booking applications, movie ticket booking applications. These are all e-commerce related applications, right? And what is meant by business process management application? Suppose you take an example of loan processing system. Loan processing. Okay, insurance processing, claim processing, claim processing, and account creation. Okay, account creation can be okay. That's okay for now. Claim processing. These three are pretty much fair. See, these three are a kind of processing that we do. Okay, where if you want to take a loan, what are the things that we do? So an agent is going to reach out to the customer and collect all the details in a paper or maybe a basic details of the form you'll be filling, and you will be submitting your documents. Okay. So post that, what will happen is the details, whatever you have submitted. Suppose if you go to Google, simply type, I am looking for personal loan, you will get some websites. They will ask you, please fill the details below. You will be filling your name, address, and basic details you will be filling. And after that, an agent will call you and do you want to proceed to take the loan, and they will tell you all the details. And if you're interested, they will take it forward, collecting the documents from you. Okay, after your task is done at the website level, that website level, whatever you have filled the data, that is just only for information purpose they need. Okay, that is not something where your loan processing gets initiated in that website. That is only for collecting data. Okay, and once you submit your document and they have your basic details, within the bank application, they log in and they are going to create one new what do you call, make one transaction. They will have one application that will not be accessible to us. It will be accessible only to the employees of bank, only to the employees of bank. So they will log into their application. Just let me go ahead and log into some application here. Just give me 1 minute, please. So this is an insurance application I'm trying to log in, but I'm telling you loan example because you can easily understand, as you are pretty much aware of the loan processing in the real world. And here you go now, create. So they have their own application. The user interface will not be the exact same, but they will start clicking on something to initiate the transaction. Now transaction is initiated. I mean, like your loan transaction is initiated. One ID got generated, and they will first initially verify if you are already an existing customer by searching with some of your phone number or email ID. Here I have mentioned ID, but they will search with your phone number, something like that, if you're already a customer to them or not. Okay, if not with phone number, they will search with your first name, last name, whether anything is matching with your PAN card number, something in their database, to know whether you are already a customer or not. And after that, they will proceed, and data, whatever you have submitted to them, they will again fill in this paper here in the screen, and they submit to proceed to take it. So many steps are there. So many steps are involved in the loan processing. Generally, in a loan processing, what are the steps involved in loan processing? Just tell me that you know. Customer data, customer details, comma, documents collection. After that, just tell me high level of steps. So after that, what business will do? So
Verification.
review, and after review,
Manager
verification.
approval.
After verification, approval or rejection, and then customer approval. That is manager approval. This is customer final approval, and then finance team. So finance team will handle loan disbursement. That will not happen through PEGA application. Up to finance team, it will work in PEGA, and it will be sent to bank application. They will disburse the money, and a response will come back to finance team. They will close the transaction in PEGA. So see, your PEGA application is usually will be accessible only to the employees of the organization. It's not like the public domain applications. Today, whatever PEGA applications are there with n number of clients across the globe, all are only internal applications which are accessible to the employees of the respective business. A kind of loan processing, insurance processing, claim processing, all these applications will be accessible only to the internal employees. If they need something from us, they will ask us to email them and all. They will only upload, they will only take care of everything. So such type of applications are called as business process management. So this is the process that they have to do in order to give you a loan. So it is in their business. So this PEGA application is going to provide them a design of transaction model to manage the transaction processing or business processing. So BPM, business process management, means BPM tool is going to provide you one environment where you can create your business process management applications by designing your transaction model, and the application can be executed to make the transactions and the processing will be taken place there. But these applications are not public domain applications. These applications are internal business process applications accessible only to the employees of the organization. Suppose you take applications like Facebook. Facebook is a public domain application, but how many, that is only one application. How many internal applications will be there for them? There will be so many. There will be HR onboarding application, employee management system, and some Facebook dispute management system of investigation of some fraud things that are happening like that, and automatic detection of spam, and this kind of workflows will be there internally. Like this, so many internal applications will be there for Facebook. And for Amazon also, the application that you see for Amazon is public domain application. In the backend, by the employees, they will have employee onboarding as usual, inventory management systems, and so many other applications will be there internally for them, which will not be accessible to public domain. So PEGA is mainly meant for developing the applications for internal business process management. That's called BPM. Okay. Everyone clear? Any doubt or any question here? It is meant for that and used for that. It is going to give you advantage of saving a lot of money by its features. Okay. Next, we'll proceed further. BPM as unified platform. What do you mean by unified platform? Let me tell you. Generally, if you want to develop a project, so just imagine yourself as a client. Client means, sorry, as a service provider. Service provider means a company like TCS. You are a company like TCS. How do you get the project? You will not be the owner of the project. Project will be given to you by, let's say, JP Morgan or Bank of America, Humana Health Insurance. These people are going to reach out to TCS and ask them, we want to go with PEGA development, application development. Please help us. Okay. So now what is the first thing you need from them is requirement documentation. Please provide us requirement documentation. So we will go through it. After the requirements, that is the first phase in the project development. The first phase is requirements that have to be gathered. And what is the second phase after requirements gathering? Design and development, and also unit testing by the developer. Design, development, unit testing, these two will be done by developer. And then testing by testing team. Testing by testing team. Build and deployment by release management or DevOps team. And version management will be controlled by your architect or someone, and generating the reports, reporting will be done by Power BI team, Tableau team, like that, different technology. See, these are the different phases at a high level in a software development life cycle. See, generally in the real world, if you want to collect the requirements in a project, you will be using a tool called Jira tool. And if you want to design and development and unit test, you need to use some application development softwares. Okay. Java applications, you will be using like, what is that? Eclipse. Okay. Other tools, similar tools. And testing purpose, you will be using, testers will be using tools like Selenium, Tosca, etc. And build and deployment release management team, they are going to use ARM, GitHub, Jenkins, like the tools. And version management, you can use subversion management tools or many other GitHub tools like that. And generating reports, we need to purchase a tool like Tableau, ClickView, Power BI, etc. See, so many softwares you are purchasing to fulfill all the phases, to complete all the phases in your software development lifecycle. But BPM is a unified platform. So on BPM, you have Agile Workbench where you can gather the requirements and report the bugs and get the feedback being done. So it is there in the same platform, and you can do scenario testing and unit testing. and going through the BPM tool. So testing environment of automation testing, everything, test case creation and execution of test cases automatically, everything is provided here. And also anyhow, development will be done, unit testing will be done. And coming to the this one, what is that? Really version management. Version management can be done by some feature provided in BPM tool. I'm not going through technical words and all. You will get confused. So version management can be done here within the same tool. Okay, and build and deployment is a kind of thing like what you can see here is like export and import, build and deployment things. See, on one platform, all the features are available. You don't have to purchase these many different softwares. See, these technical words, if someone who doesn't have any idea about IT industry, if you are unable to catch up so quickly, no problem. That's not your problem. Generally, it happens with anyone. So, but just try to understand. We need a documentation of requirements to be written. This is what I want you to develop. And someone will develop and test it whether it is properly working or not. And after testing, this terminology, if you're not able to understand, no worries at all. After testing, you have to install it in the some server. And then you need to maintain versions. It's like Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, like these versions you need to maintain. And reporting means you will be generating some cricket match. If you are watching, they will generate a tabular form of data for the cricketers, right? Okay, so how many runs they have done, what is the average that they have, comparison between the cricket players in a chart diagrammatical format and all, that's called reporting. So all these features, even reporting feature is also available by using something called as reporting. Okay, here you go, reports and report definition, report. So reporting feature, everything, all the phases that you have in your software development life cycle. After the project development, also reporting feature will come into picture. That feature is also available. So all the features you are making available in a single tool. That's why I call BPM tool is a unified platform. BPM tool is a unified platform where you can develop the applications which will cover the tool will provide all the facilities which will cover all the phases of software development life cycle, including reporting as well. This is end-to-end solutions the BPM is going to provide us, which you do not get generally outside. Are you clear with this? Everyone, BPM as a unified platform? Every one of you.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for confirmation. Next.
Sir, one question.
Yes, go ahead.
So can you please go to the previous screen once?
Go ahead. Yes, please.
So the build and deployment part, we need to install it in some server. So for that, Pega, do we have features in Pega to install it in the
Yes,
server?
yes. We
We
have
do have.
features.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And non-technical people, if you're not able to understand the terminology of build and deployment, just understand like installation of software. That's it. Installation of Pega development, whatever you do, you install it. That's the meaning. And BPM suite. See, BPM as a tool. We just imagine
Just one
BPM as a
question.
tool. Yes, please.
The reporting part of the Pega would as well be like how Tableau or Power BI would it have the sophistication of those tools in Pega?
You mean to say like integrating or the features as many features as those tools have?
As many features as those tools have.
Yes, Pega has almost everything required for reporting and all. We will see that even scheduling, everything is there. Okay. Okay, and that is only for Pega database, not for other applications. Okay. And what is BPM suite in the next slide? BPM system. Okay, whatever the tool that we are saying, BPM tool can be named as BPM suite. It is going to help us to develop the BPM applications. And the BPM tool architecture primarily consists of four main components. This is very, very important. Please listen to me carefully. The first one is business rules. Suppose, see, you take any product in this world, the product will have an architecture or not. You take AC, everywhere ACs will have a generic architecture. More or less the company may change, but architecture more or less will be almost similar. okay, laptops, whatever the company, TV, and the building construction, whatever you do, more or less everything will match, right? So some core things will match. Like that, every tool definitely will have architecture. If it has an architecture, there will be architectural components, main components in the architecture. BPM, if you look at it as a tool, and if you name it as a BPM suite means it's a collection of things. In the BPM suite, in its architecture, the four main components are business rules. First one is business rules. Second one, business rules database. Third one, business rules engine. Fourth one, process or flow diagram. See, process or flow diagram means here, whenever you design a transaction model, the transaction model in BPM will be designed as a flow diagram. You see here, internally, it is like a flow diagram. You know flow charts? You might have come across flow charts. You might have seen many places, right? A flow chart is going to give you what is the starting point, what is the ending point, and the life cycle of something. In hospitals also, we generally see flow charts. Okay. So the life cycle of a transaction model can be designed like a flow diagram, which is also called as process. In the architecture of BPM, this is the key one which will design the transaction model. And next, what is meant by business rules database, business rules engine. So I'm not going to tell you about too much technical things here. I'm going to cover it in matching with real world. Technically, you'll understand what is a business rule after we start learning PEGA practically. Okay, now what is a business rule in generalized understanding? So I will tell you an example. Suppose if I'm going to drive, I'm driving on a car. Okay. So maybe I'm on a road driving there, and I've seen a red signal there on the road. Okay. Once I see the red signal, I'm going to stop at the zebra cross. Okay. So I was waiting there for some time, and after some time there was a green signal. So once the green signal is there, then I'm going to move forward. This is what everyone is going to do. Okay. And what is this red signal here? And where am I? I am in a system. I am now in a system. What is that? Vehicle traffic management system. The entire system of vehicles, okay, which are moving is being controlled by rules. What rules are controlling these vehicles? Traffic rules. Red signal here is a traffic rule saying stop, and green signal is a traffic rule saying move on. Okay, like this, the signals are here rules. The rules are impacting the behavior of the system. Yes or no? The rules are impacting behavior of some system. So what is the reason you have a rule? The rule is going to control how the system should behave. So think of a business rule as a statement aimed to influence the behavior of a system. Consider the financial transaction business process for credit cards. A simple business rule may be, see, the total amount can due by a customer should not exceed customer's credit limit. Just as an example. So I have a credit card. I went to a purchase center, and my friend also has a credit card. He is also there at purchase center. My friend has purchased a product for some price, let's say 1 lakh rupees. Okay. But his credit card limit is 50,000 rupees only. Okay. And he purchased for 1 lakh, and his limit is 50,000. So he has given the card. Yeah, please, I want to pay the bill by card. The card is being swiped. There is a machine available, and the card swipe has happened, and 1 lakh rupee they have entered. And this 1 lakh rupee is compared against this 50,000 limit and says that transaction declined, insufficient funds, limit exceeded, something like that. Okay. Now I do have the same credit card. It looks same, but my credit card limit is 2 lakhs. And when I swipe the card for 1 lakh rupees to pay, and it is compared against this 2 lakhs and everything is good, transaction has been processed successfully, the behavior of system is accepting at once. In one scenario, the behavior of system is like reject the transaction in another scenario, right? So here, the limit, we can understand it like, or we can look at it as a rule. The rule is impacting the behavior of the system. How the system should behave is being impacted by the rule. And even the payment amount also you can consider as one rule, but leave it. We think about the limit. But is the limit written anywhere on the credit card? No. And do we enter the limit while making the transaction? No. This limit like this, so many limits will be there throughout the bank. So this limit is there in a database. Banking, whoever has provided me this credit card in their database for so-and-so card number, for so-and-so PIN number, this is the limit that is already been defined and stored in a database table, right? And so that is what a business rule. Business rule is something which will impact the processing of the transaction and the system. And the business rules should be stored somewhere in a database, like limit is storing, no? So that is called as business rules database. So these are very fundamental things in BPM world. So BPM system means first thing that should come to your mind is business rule stored in a database. Okay. And these business rules are there, which are going to impact the processing of the system. And business rules are there in a database. And my application, BPM application is here. BPM application is here and business rules are there in a database, right? Then how this application is going to get the business rules. Okay. As I told you at the very beginning, you can see here, application business rules are there here. So business rules have to be driven from business rules database to the application. Then only a comparison will happen. Okay, I am going to enter an amount you will enter. How much you want to pay, you will enter in the application. But limit you don't enter. Limit is stored in the database. It has to be retrieved. When you make the transaction, limit has to be retrieved from database to the application level for comparison purpose, correct? For that, a software program is required which will communicate with the database and application in both ways. Understand? This software program is called as business rules engine. Business rules engine. I will tell you a simple example for this. See, just a database you can imagine like, it's like you can imagine it like a water facility, just like a well. You know a well, right? There's a water facility will be there. That's like a well. There is a well which has water in it. And I have an agricultural land just a distance away, a bit distance away from this well. We have an agricultural land. What is that we wanted to achieve? Our final goal is we wanted to do cultivation and grow something there. Okay. But for that we need water. But water is not nearby, not within. It is a distance away from here. How can I bring the water from the well to drive the water from the well to my agricultural land? It's not a manual process. Tell me a mechanical approach. We have to fix a motor. You just have a motor engine placed there, okay, and connect one in one direction. You connect it in the water facility well, and the pipe another way you can place it in the agricultural land. So this engine while running, it is going to drive the water from the well to the agricultural land. In the same way, the engine there is a hardware, engine here is a software. Business rules engine is a software predefined program provided in BPM tool. Whoever developed this BPM tool, they have business rules and business rules database. You can have the rules available there. And business rules engine software program is one component there in BPM tool. What is its work? Business rules engine is going to communicate with the business rules database and drives the business rules from business rules database to the application to achieve the required goals. So here business rules engine is a software. Don't get confused. It is a software. Okay. Business rules engine. Understand everyone? In short, we call it as BRE. In interview, they may ask you what is BRE, okay, and what is business rule. Like that, a very basic question they can ask you if you are there as a fresher. Okay, clear everyone? So business rules engine is a intermediate one between your BPM system and database. It is a software program. These are the four main components in BPM. The four main components in BPM are business rules. Core components are business rules database. Business rules database is the place where business rules are being stored. And business rules engine is the one which will drive business rules from business rules database to the application while transaction is happening. While transaction, the transaction architecture you design by using flow diagram. which you also call it as process. Clear everyone so far? So that's what the BPM architecture. Now let's come to PEGA. PEGA is called as BPM tool. So far clear everyone? Online students. You can respond on the charting window, say yes.
Yes, Harsh.
Okay, thank you. And see now, PEGA is called as BPM tool. That means PEGA should have some connectivity with this BPM, whatever we discussed so far. See, so far I told you, oh, is anyone trying to ask me something? Or you're saying clear?
Small doubt actually.
Go ahead.
Who creates these business rules and how does it get stored in
That's
the
what.
database?
This is what been created by the provider of that particular tool. Okay, you'll understand in a minute. Hold on. You'll just get a clarification in a minute. Now, see, PEGA is called as BPM tool, right? Why PEGA is called BPM tool? What is its connectivity with BPM? See, so far I told you BPM you imagine as a tool. Of course, you imagine as a tool, that's okay. But it is a kind of blueprint, or it's a kind of blueprint. BPM is being as a tool is being defined as a blueprint. See, that means, see, you want to construct a house. Whatever you construct is a physical construction, right? But how do you get that physical construction? You will be getting the physical construction based on a plan. So first, whatever you want to construct, you will draw that as a plan. So taking this plan, how many constructions you can do? Is it only one construction? You can do n number of constructions. You can do n number of constructions, right? So BPM tool architecture model, whatever I told you so far, it is a very generalized universal concept of one blueprint. Blueprint means it's kind of plan. So if you want to develop a tool to process the business transactions, the tool may have this planning, the architecture of same plan, whatever I have mentioned. So PEGA is a tool. PEGA is a tool which has architecture taken from the BPM model. Architecture taken from BPM model. That means whatever I have told, the components available in BPM architecture should be there in PEGA also, right? Will be there in PEGA. So there is a company called PEGA Systems. PEGA Systems company has developed a tool for application development of business process management, and they have had the architecture of BPM tool. What is the architecture? The architecture contains process or flow diagram. You can see in PEGA. Business rules, those will be there in database. Here, so many tables are there. And business rules engine, which is a software program, comes along when you install PEGA. That's the main core engine. And processor flow diagram, I told you. Okay. So all the four components will be available in PEGA. And PEGA Systems has developed this tool. This tool is being built based on the architecture or model of BPM. That's why it is called as BPM tool. There are so many tools available in market which are called as BPM tools. Means all those are meant for business process management, following the similar kind of architecture of flow diagram model and all. Understand clear everyone? And now the tool name is, in short, we are calling PEGA, right? The tool name is PEGA Rules Process Commander. What is the name of the tool? PEGA Rules Process Commander. In short, you call as PRPC, but most of the people, they call it as PEGA tool, PEGA tool, PEGA tool. But the tool is PRPC tool, PEGA Rules Process Commander tool. So what is PEGA Rules Process Commander tool? PEGA Rules Process Commander tool is built based on BPM model, and it is meant for processing the business transactions, business process management transactions. If it is meant for that, if it is built based on BPM methodology, BPM architecture, it should have the four components that are available in BPM, right? If the architecture is been cloned means copied from BPM model, it should have the four components that we discussed in BPM. Yes, of course, PEGA has process or flow diagrams. Okay, that is there. Same terminology we use in PEGA also. In BPM is universal terminology. Whatever we are calling business rules, in PEGA we have business rules, but we call them as PEGA rules. We call them as PEGA rules. And in BPM, we call business rules database. The same in PEGA we call as rule base. This is our rule base. This is our rule base, which has so many rules inside it. And what else? Go ahead here. And business rules engine, which drives the business rules from business rules database to application while the transaction is happening, is here you call it as process commander. So the name PEGA rules process commander is not been taken just like that. Okay, it's meaningfully in comparison with BPM, they have taken this name. Equivalent to business rules, here we have PEGA rules. Equivalent to business rules engine, we have process commander. PEGA rules, process commander. If you divide PRPC into two parts, PEGA rules stores in rule base. Process commander, which will drive the PEGA rules from rule base to application to achieve required business goals. Are you clear about PRPC terminology? Why the name PRPC? Are you clear?
Yes.
Okay, now see. So what is PEGA rules process commander? PEGA rules process commander is a solution for building the business process management systems. If you want, so PEGA systems has come forward, adopted BPM model and developed one application development software for business processing, and that tool is like PEGA BPM tool, PEGA PRPC. And in other words, PEGA PRPC is a comprehensive platform for building and deploying BPM, CRM, decision management, and case management application. Your decision management, case management works together with BPM as well as CRM, but CRM is different. PEGA as a CRM, customer relationship management, is a different model of development, where in the market, CRM market, the leader in the CRM market is Salesforce. Which tool? Salesforce. PEGA also has CRM, but not up to the mark compared to Salesforce that you know very well. Okay. But in the BPM world, PEGA is a leader. BPM, you have so many tools, but PEGA is a leader in the BPM world. Let me tell you one thing. All other BPM tools, whatever you take, so if you compare with PEGA, that is not even 10% of PEGA tool. Those tools are not even 10% because PEGA is like a ocean in the development. It has so many frameworks. It has so many business models being automated already. Okay. And it's a process that focuses on automation of work. PEGA is a tool which is mainly focusing on automation of work. And the powerful feature of PEGA is automation of programming. Automation of programming. Automation of the programming. Are you clear, every one of you? Whatever I'm saying. So PEGA rules process command is meant for automation of work and automation of programming. So what do you mean by automation of work? So you just think about it. It is something that you can guess and tell me. Work automation. What is meant by work automation? The work that we regularly do will be automatically done by a tool based on the schedule. So PEGA has schedulers using which we can automate some tasks so that at the scheduled time automatically the task will be done. I will practically teach you those things when we are going through our course. But the powerful feature of PRPC is not only automation of work, it is automation of programming. What does it mean? Generally, we write the program. Without writing the program will be generated internally when you drag and drop. Yesterday, I have shown you now. Yesterday, so like you drag and drop something in PEGA, internally it will generate the code. We cannot see it. So automation of programming means there is no need to write the program manually. Only you need to go with selections and drop downs. Internally, the code will be generated. That is taken care by PEGA. We don't have to bother about it and we cannot even see that. Okay. That's called automation of program. See, if you take other BPM tools, where PEGA is going to be completely differentiated is at two places. One is there is no need of coding while working with PEGA, but other BPM tools, you have to code something, not fully. Okay. And another one is PEGA has ready-made features. I'll tell about the ready-made features after some time. And here you go now. PEGA rules process commanders architectural components. So in this architecture, I am not going to tell you all the components now because you will not be able to understand. Few I will cover. Already I have covered 4 components: process, rules, rule base, and process commander. I covered the lower part. I told you process, rules, rule base, and process commander. Rule sets is a technical thing you will be learning. Integrations is a technical thing you will be learning. Node manager and servlet, you'll be learning technical things. Leave about the technical things here. Rules, rule base, process commander. And compiled Java cache, Java factory. Java compiler is there. Why we need Java compiler for PEGA? You know, PEGA tool that you are seeing now is combination of different technologies. This tool has been developed using technologies like HTML5, CSS, JavaScript, and they have used core engine program is there, no? For implementing the core engine program, PEGA has used Java. PEGA has used what? Java programming language. You don't need to know about Java. You need to know only learn about the tool. That's it. So that's why Java compiler you are coming across. And the input that you provide to the system, the output that you get out of the system internally will be converted into XML for security purpose. You see, this is a flow diagram, right? PEGA internally will convert this flow diagram as XML structure while processing internally for security reasons. For security reasons. PEGA understands this flow diagram in the XML format. That's how they have designed their tool, their own XML tagging and all. You don't need to know anything about XML. Anyhow, while working with web services, I'll be teaching that. So that's what. And also the PEGA environment is the one where you find the login screen, means the user IDs and passwords are stored in the rule base. That's what you see. Different roles of people like user, operator, users, developers, managers, for all of them in a project, the login IDs will be there in the PEGA rules database, generally speaking. Okay. So in the architecture of PEGA, you have rules, rule base, process commander, Java compiler, and XML clipboards, means internally it will be converted into XML, and login IDs and password storage place is also there in its architecture. Remaining things will be covered later as we work on practicals in the architecture model. So that's about PEGA, why PEGA is called as BPM tool. Today, if someone is going to ask you about what is PEGA rules process commander, why it is called as BPM tool, you should have a proper clarity now to tell them, right? Every one of you. Do you have any doubts or any questions?
Sir, I got a little confusion on BRE, sir.
Yes, go ahead. Business rules engine. You understand this example that I told you? This example.
I understood the example, sir, but got a little confusion.
Yes, what is that confusion? Tell me.
Uh, 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 means, yeah. What's that?
Yeah, think about it and get back to me and other students. Everyone clear?
One question
Go
I
ahead.
wanted to ask, like main difference between other BPMs and PEGA, as you have mentioned that PEGA is quite far enough. So there was an interview question wherein the interviewer asked me, like, what is the core difference between APN and PEGA or other
Yes,
BPM?
yes.
So
One,
because I haven't used APM, so I was not able to answer. So can you please highlight certain points?
see, even I don't know APN, but I can tell you. See, APN requires some sort of coding. Okay, somewhat coding is required, but in PEGA, it is no coding. Second main difference is PEGA has ready-made features that we call as OOTP functionalities. That is
So
not there
PEGA
in
OTP
APN.
functions.
That is the main difference between PEGA and APN. APN is very small compared to PEGA. Okay,
So
that
main
OOTP
difference
features you do
is,
not find.
yeah, main difference is OOTP functions which we
You
use
can
like
say that.
whenever we are
Two
implementing
things are
anything.
there: coding, no coding, and OOTP features. You will not see any such things in the APN.
Oh,
Next. Any other doubts or any other questions anyone else has?
Every time you have used the term PEGA tool, but for other softwares, we call them platforms. Is tool equivalent to platform or is there any difference?
See, platform is very generalized terminology. Anything can be a platform. Java development environment is a platform for developing Java applications. Okay. And PEGA development environment here is PEGA tool, PEGA platform. Anyhow, tool is a kind of thing where it is a kind of framework. It's a kind of framework with built-in components. Okay. built-in components. That's what tool mean. So platform is a universal terminology. Okay. So you can use platform word anywhere in other than technology also you can use. A stage is the platform to perform and to showcase your skill level. Platform can be anything, universal terminology. Tool is related to especially the technical terminology. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Sir, when we are learning, we want to use BPM tool and also the PEGA tool, or we use only the PEGA tool.
BPM, as I told you, imagine as a tool, but that is a model. It was told. Model was being given in the business process management. That model is being implemented by so many companies in the market, and the reality you can understand it like paper with the paper on which you have some what is that called plan of your building, and the reality is a construction, right? So this plan documentation is BPM model that I have explained. Reality is PEGA tool, Appian tool, and other BPM tools. Okay.
That
Got
means
it?
we don't use any BPM tools. We use only the PEGA tools for a job.
If you are using PEGA tool means you are using PEGA is a BPM tool. Got it?
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
So Harsha, if I understand correctly, business rules engine is separated from the application code. That means the PEGA. So,
application code means your development you are saying?
no, I mean in the PEGA architecture, the business rules engine is separated from the separated means it does not need any deployment for updating the business rules engine. So that we can update the business rules engine, and since it is separated from the main platform, it can be integrated at once without any deployment. That's what I mean.
See, I'll tell you. Business rules engine you will get when you install PEGA. Okay, it's like a heart to the person. Okay, so it cannot be separated. You cannot see it as a separate one, right? It's a heart. Without that, tool won't run. Your upgrading means PEGA software. If you upgrade to the next version, they might have done some changes in the engine. The updates will be there. Okay, you cannot see it as a separate one. Engine is part of fully packed into tool. Okay, next. Any other doubts? Okay, if you don't have any other doubts or questions, you can ask me if you have any further, no problem. But before that, and for tomorrow's session, what are we going to discuss about? Okay, so here you go now. Tomorrow, what is the date? September 4. So we are going to discuss about what is application, and there are certain things which I can copy from the previous document. No? It's better. And here you go now. So these details, whatever we discussed now, I can copy these details also. And here you go now. So tomorrow at the very beginning, for first 15 minutes, I'm going to tell you about PEGA software installation, and after installation, how to start the server, how to log in, and how to shut down the server. These details were being told in the video, I believe, but still I'm going to tell you that once again. I'm going to tell you that once again. Just give me 1 minute, please. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to get into the subject. Okay. So that will be your first session looking at PEGA, where I'll talk about for a few minutes. I'm going to talk about PEGA software installation, and after you install, what will be there. Okay. Okay. This is like the revision thing. Okay. PEGA versus BPM. I told you this, and PEGA architecture. I told you these things. I'm giving you here, and just I believe I have to copy this upwards. So here, if I give today, this is being covered. Okay, and running notes. And tomorrow, I'm going to tell you first 15 minutes about Pega software installation and prerequisites. I have told about prerequisites of your laptop and all. And after you install, how to start the server, what will be getting installed, how to stop the server, how to log in, all that I will tell you. And then I'm going to tell you about application reusability, categories of application, what is operator ID. So tomorrow will be fully theory session only. Okay, but I'll be explaining those things comparison with real world scenarios, situations and all. Okay, do not miss the session at all. Tomorrow's session is going to be a very first session for all of you getting into PEGA PRPC. Okay, learning. Okay.
So,
Yeah,
I
Go ahead, please. And
sir,
same meeting link you have to use for tomorrow also. And today's video will be uploaded into YouTube and meeting will be shared. Link will. Yes, go ahead.
So I just want
I have a,
One person.
Srijit, I'll ask.
Yes, go ahead.
yeah,
Uh,
sure.
so I just wanted to understand. I know it's just a small doubt. So
Go ahead.
BPM and PRPC is different, right?
BPM is a plan model
Okay.
and PRPC is derived from that plan. Like construction of the house, you do by a plan, right? Once you get a plan, you can construct so many things, right? Using the plan. So BPM is a kind of architecture model is a model. From that plan, you are constructing softwares like Pega, Appian, like that.
Also, what I've understood now, Pega, like the tool which you have shown, it is a
Here,
BPM, right?
it's BPM tool, correct? Because it is having the architecture of BPM.
Okay. And the I mean to say like the 7 points which you told about BPM. So it is included in Pega, right?
Yes, yes, correct. Everything is included in Pega.
Okay. Take it. Thank you,
Correct.
Harsh.
Next person. Another person was
Sir,
trying to ask.
I am new to this platform. I don't know anything about IT field, but I am only little bit I can understand. After upcoming class, I can understand more, or it will be like
See, if you start thinking technically, you cannot understand anything. Okay, I did not use any technical words so far. So whatever I have explained you from this one, I have almost connected with the real life examples like traffic signals, and I have connected with this one. Okay, if you understand this very well as a overview, that is pretty much fair enough. Technically, you will be able to understand for sure. Only thing is you need to fully focus and try to compare with the real world. Do not think only technology as technology, then you cannot reach it. Okay, you think technology comparison with the real world, then you can easily understand. Okay, you will be able to understand if you are going to be regular to the sessions and fully focus on it.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, okay. So we have 4 more minutes. If you want to ask me anything, you can ask me.
Sir, is it have time to explain the BRE real life examples?
BRE, Business Rules Engine, right?
Yes, sir.
So Business Rules Engine is a software program which is there in BPM, which interacts with the business rules database, drives the rules from database to application to achieve goals. The example I told you, na? So you have a water facility. From the water facility, you want to drive the water into your agricultural land. In between, you need motor engine. This is like engine. Here, whatever the diagram is hardware, but in our tool, it is a software program. There is a program in between your actual environment and the database. The date from the database, the rules will be driven to the environment to achieve the required goals. That's it. This is a real world comparison. Are you clear?
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay, sir. So the business BRE stands in motor, sir, in real life.
Yes. It is a motor, it is a hardware, right? Here, what is
Oh,
that? It is a software. The
okay,
engine
sir.
is a program.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Motor engine is what is that you say? BRE.
So Harsha, this PEGA tool can be used in any industry, right?
Yes, it can be used in any industry, but it is mainly meant for business process management, not for public domain applications. Okay, you can develop applications like Flipkart, Amazon and all, but the cost is high. Per transaction you need to pay means it will be huge amount. That's why people will not use it for public domain. They will use it for internal business process management. Mainly PEGA applications are all are revenue generating applications. So like loan application, insurance application, claim application, dispute management systems. All these are connected with something money, revenue.
So as we see that this is pre-installed with everything actually. So in
Yes,
any
correct.
industry, if we are using like KYC or in any hospital industry or like that,
Yes,
if we
yes,
want to make any changes into that, I mean, as per the industry, as per the requirement,
yes.
who will make those changes then? Because all
PEGA
the rules are
systems will
already
make those changes. And when you mention KYC, for KYC, one framework is developed already by PEGA, and you can import that framework and your application will be ready within a month. Okay. And you want anything to be modified within PRPC, you need to contact PEGA systems and they will do it. You will not be doing it. And you will be doing only your application related stuff without coding and all. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and we are good to go ahead and wind up for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Please make sure that you revise this session. Go through this video once again to have a better foundation. Okay, and when you are going through the video, you can have a notebook and draft the key points only in your notebook. That is going to help you for revision, quick revision purpose. Okay, I'm going to close the meeting for today, and tomorrow also same meeting link. Please connect on time. Some people are connecting after 7 o'clock. I'll start the session on 7 a.m. and I'll open the meeting by 6:45 a.m. in the morning to let you ask me doubts and questions. Thank you for joining, everyone.